Wakey, wakey, Matty boy. Welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man, Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes, guys, we are back again for another show, guys. Me and Matt will be back in a short after this intro, guys. Yes, guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man, Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Guys, we are back again. I don't know when I was our last stream, Matt. It was a while back, but me and Matt's been absolutely busy with our private lives and work and things like that. So we are back with this. It is the preview, guys, for the new season coming up, and we will discuss the season coming up and what we expect to happen, our expectations, our opinions, and our predictions of what's going to happen. So we are going live, guys, on YouTube, Facebook. We don't do Twitter. Twitter, yeah, I think it plays off every now and then. So co-host Matt is back in the building. Matt, how are we? How's life? And you just come back from somewhere, Matt.
Hello, mate. It feels like ages since we haven't done a show, but yeah, we've just both been busy. It's been a weird couple of, I suppose, weeks. I've had COVID. I've been on holiday. Spurs are signing many players. It's been a bit of a crazy couple of months, but we've got a lot to catch up on, Simon, with everyone. But I hope everyone's well. No, I've pretty much just recently got back from the south of France. It was a lovely refresh break and a bit of a tan and I'm all good. Hope everyone's well.
Yeah, absolutely, Matty. So I said, Matt's busy life, work, holidays, watching the football today. And by watching the football, guys, as I said, if you are coming to this show tonight, guys, bring your comments into the comment section and Matt will look after that. Matt will go through all the comments and smash the like, subscribe if you already haven't. There is a couple of things before we start, guys. I would like to say congratulations to the ladies football team today, England. I ain't watched it. I'm not one of these guys, but so congratulations to the European champions that are England Lioness. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched none of it. It's not me being sexist and nothing like that. Don't want people thinking like that, but I've never got into women's football. But Matt's saying it's got better over the years. But congratulations, absolutely fantastic achievement. Matt, you watched the game today. You watched some of the tournament or most of the tournament, Matt. Since the last time you watched women's football, Matt, you said at the backstage, it's got the levels got really better.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. It's got I was shocked watching it because I remember watching it a couple of years ago and I was like, this is, without being rude, it was difficult to watch. You know, it just wasn't the same as trying to watch the men's. But I really think the international tournament I watched, it's been really good quality. It's been loads of good games, loads of goals. I mean, England have done the country proud. They were the best team in the tournament and they won it. And, you know, it's always nice to go and beat Germany as well in a final as well, which is we don't normally do. So, I mean, they did what the men couldn't do last year, didn't they? So, you know, fair play to them. But would be nice if we could maybe do the double and win the World Cup. But I'm not holding my breath for that one. I've got to be honest. But no, fair
Matt,
play.
Yeah, as you said, Matt, you said it right there. Fair play to the ladies football team. Absolutely fantastic achievement. And can the men's go one better and win the World Cup this year? Which people saying about, see the ladies show the men how it's done and things like this. Which They did, but when you got America at number one in the world in ladies football, it says something because in the men's it's so much the competition is it's so much greater, Matt. And that's not being funny between the women's and men's game. It's just the competition that the England men's have got, mate. It's incredible, Matt, isn't it? Before we get into Tottenham, it's incredible, isn't it? The talent, the teams around going to this World Cup, Matt. It's going to be a tough tournament.
Yeah, no, it will be a tough tournament. Obviously, we go in as one of the favourites, but yeah, I mean, we got to the Euros final last year. I think we need to try and we've got to obviously semi-finals recently as well. We just need to go that one step more but continue to obviously play as a team and have good, team chemistry and harmony. And hope that Southgate plays the right, players and doesn't just pick his favourites like he sort of has been. I think you saw sort of in the Nations League, the old England return where it was very boring to watch. And we didn't win a game, but make of that what you will. But that kind of doesn't give you much hope going into the World Cup. But you just never know, do you? So but this is, I mean, this is the ladies' day, and this is a Spurs show, so I'm sure we'll be getting on to Spurs. We've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and one more thing, Matt, before we get into it, it's happy birthday to this man today. It's the gaffer. It's Antonio Conte on the screen now. I don't know how old he is, Matt. I didn't grab the. I just saw it's his birthday today.
I can look if you want.
But happy birthday to probably one of the best managers, top flight elite managers we've had since I've been alive. And long that may continue with Antonio Conte. Matt, why are you looking at that, mate? After that, he's 53. Happy birthday, Antonio Conte. Matt, have we got the comments before we get into the questions, Matt?
I'll just go through. We've got a couple. Luke Miller's in the building. He says, "Hello, people." Hello, Luke. How you doing, well, mate?
How's it going, pal?
Ben B. Go on, Simon. How you doing, pal?
Yes, Mr. B. How's it going, pal?
Matthew Leaf. He says, "All right, boys. Good luck in the new season." Thanks, mate.
Leeds fan. Leeds. Dirty Leeds.
Yeah. Well, under a new manager now, isn't it, as well? I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they cope without Rafinha and players like that.
Yeah.
Luke's coming with a question. He says, "Who do you think our best signing is, and do you think there is more to come? Why are we not going for Maddison when Newcastle are for 50 million or 60 million?"
Oh, who do you think the best signing? Do you know what, Luke? I can't answer that because I haven't seen much of them. We ain't had many pre-season games like we do over the years. It's like over the previous years, Matt. We've only had a couple of, so I can't say who's been our best. Potentially could be one of our best signings. Ivan Perisic. I think he's come in and hit the ground running. But do you know what? A dark horse. I'm going with DJ Spence. I'm going with Spence. I think he can be if he gets his chance. I think this one could be a dark horse for Tottenham. And while I'm not going for Maddison, do you know what? At that price, I still don't think 40 million max is for Maddison. He's a good player, but Matt, to me personally, I think there is one or two better out there who we can get. But don't get me wrong, he is a good player. But I don't want to pay that kind of money, not up to 60 million for Maddison.
Yeah, I do think Maddison would be good in our team now. I think Conte could get a lot out of him. He had a good end to the season, obviously last season. I mean, our other two options are Zaniolo, who we watched last night. He was pretty good actually on the night. I thought he looked pretty good. Whether he's worth 40 million, you could pay 20 and maybe get Maddison. Or, I mean, the one I would quite like is maybe Lucas Paqueta from Leon, the Brazilian guy. Obviously, we've got quite a few Brazilians in the team anyway. But no, he looks like a really good player. But I think at the end of the day, mate, it's whoever Conte wants. That's like what we've always said, isn't it? If Conte thinks he can get something out of Zaniolo and he wants him, then, go for him. I think the one thing with Zaniolo, he's got a lot of talent. It's just whether he can stay injury-free because he was playing really well in the number 10 for Jose, and then he done his ACL, didn't he? So
But with Zaniolo, Matt, it just smells like Eric Lamela all over again. Me personally, because we saw the videos of Lamela before he came to Tottenham. Wow, this boy is special. He flopped. Okay, he had a big heart. He was aggressive, and he fighted for the team. But talent-wise, Matt, didn't really see it, did we? It wasn't consistent enough for me.
no.
Don't get me wrong, the boy is probably is talent on his day, but not very consistent for me. Very injury prone. And Zaniolo, I think it just smells like another Eric Lamela to me.
But can I ask you who you'd want then? Is there anyone that you think would tick that box for you? Because there's not many not that I can think of.
Do you know what, Matt? If one player who I would love to bring in, okay, he's not at the right age for us. It's a far fetched one, but one in that thing is Luka Modric. If we can get that guy, he's 38, but I'll tell you now, that guy can. I reckon
for Real Madrid.
What's that?
I think he signed a new contract with Real Madrid.
Yeah, but that's a sort of type player I would love to have in the team, Matt.
But I'm talking like a creative sort of midfielder. I mean, I think the best one the one you could get is probably Maddison, but 60 million, like you say, is quite a lot. But
the only thing about that, Matt, we do need creative in there. But is Conte going to play that style? Is that going to be a Conte sort of formation? Is he going to play a Bazuma? If we're going to play like that, we can play Bazuma as the holding, and Bentancur, mate. I think he can with games under his belt. I think he can be that.
Well, you could imagine a midfield three. Let's just say hypothetically we got Maddison. You could have a three of Basuma, Bentancur, and then Maddison just further in front. I mean, that would be a lovely midfield. That would be as good as probably anyone else's midfield, I would say. With options off the bench like Skip and Højbjerg. I mean, that's not bad options, is it really? Yeah, it's a tough one, Luke, to say. I agree with Simon when I say who do I think's the best signing. I think price-wise and maybe bargain the summer.
I'll tell you now who surprised me, Lenglet. I think he was great.
I said he'd be good on the ball, and I think for me,
I ain't seen defensive yet, defensive-wise, but I'm telling you now, he looks more. He looks comfortable.
Yeah, he does. But I think for what Conte wants in a left centre back, he'll be well. He's better than Sanchez already. So, yeah, as long as Sanchez isn't playing left centre back against Southampton, or it's Davies or Longley for me. But I'm sure we'll get into it. But yeah.
And one more thing there, I said there's more. Is there more to come? I think they're definitely one and two. I think there's maybe three. Because I watched actually. We are Tottenham TV. I was in the airport in Israel there, and they saw Paratici and they were speaking to him just really quickly, and they asked him, "Is any more Paratici?"
He sort of turned away,
and he said, "Who knows? Who knows?" So, and he just walked off. So. I think there's definitely something massively brewing behind the scenes.
Yeah,
massively brewing. I would not be surprised. People are doubting it. Is by the 31st of August, Pistone is in at Tottenham. Trust me. There's something. It's something along that. Something that sort of signing, Matt. Maybe not be a Pistone, but maybe someone else. But I think there is one or two big more signings in there, mate.
Yeah. I think definitely we need at least two more. I mean, it looks like Roden and Tanganga are going, so we're going to need to buy a centre back, aren't we?
Absolutely.
And I think for me, we need to buy a proper commanding centre back because, again, we conceded from a set piece last night. Cost us the game. Someone
who's going to absolutely get that defence by the scruff and rule it. And I mean, tell them exactly where they want them. I mean. We've got no shout. We've got no someone who's going to shout all the time at the defence.
Yeah,
Romera's a quality defender. It's his language barrier, I think, with Romero in a minute. Dyer, I don't see enough of that. It's got to be someone. There's got to be a talker in there, Matt. That's what we want.
I like Skriniar, but whether we can get him, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Fofana, something like that for Leicester.
Thanks for the comment, though, Luke. Matthew Leaf says Leeds need to sign the England women's team. Fantastic effort.
See, big up Matt. Big up Matthew Leaf in the chat.
Our turn beats Adam. He says we got mugged off yesterday versus Roma. He says, good evening. I'm not sure if we got that mugged off. I don't necessarily agree we got mugged off. I think
for the penalty we did, I think for the performance, I don't think we was up to the scratch.
I think we were poor in the first half.
Typical Jose Mourinho, score one goal, shut up shot. Yeah. That's what it was.
Luke says 53. Luke agrees with you. He says Perisic will be our best signing.
Yeah, I think this guy just looks so comfortable. As it like Lenglet's, he just looks so comfortable, come straight into the team, like he's been playing there for a couple of seasons. Yeah. Top signing.
Yeah, I think it's between Perisic and Basuma for me, but yeah.
Yeah, Basuma wasn't great yesterday, but he's just come back from COVID, and I think where he's been training inside on a treadmill, very hot, he's then go into that heat in Israel. I think, but what I'm hearing, Matt, over social media and all this, mates, over Twitter, oh my God, it exploded.
What people saying it's been awful in pre-season and panicking about it. I'm like,
oh my God, we got Basuma and all this, and everyone was hyped about it. Oh, get over yourself. Give your head a wobble. Yeah. Give your bloody head a wobble, trust me. We've had worse.
Yeah, I remember when we won every pre-season game under one-day Ramos, and then we lost all 8 of our Premier League games.
Absolutely, Matt.
Doesn't mean crap.
Look at Liverpool.
Chelsea have lost 2 games in pre-season. They've been spanked by Arsenal, and I don't think we look too bad. To be honest, I think we look fitter. I think players are going to be tired, and I think we've been.
But Matt,
we've played in very, very humid conditions. If you think about it,
I think our fans got to get used to it. Don't expect the flowing football time. No. We're going to be very hard to beat. Conte's going to try and install an Italian sort of formation and sort of team out there. Very hard, stubborn to beat.
And I think, it would depend on the opposition, won't it? I think if we're playing someone maybe like Fulham or someone, I think we will get on the board a bit more and try to go in. But maybe against like a Brighton or a team that have got good enough quality players who can hurt you, I think maybe we'll look to try and keep it tight and win the game. By them making a mistake, or we just break them down eventually.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think it will be right, but I do think we need a creative player, even if it's just someone to come off
the bench. Most definitely, I think we still need a right wing back. I don't think still going forward for the whole season, Champions League, Matt. Doherty had a good back end of the season, but there's go and give Conte what he wants. He wants someone like a Hakim and someone out there who's ready to come in and ready to hit the ground running, Matt. Because I think Spence will eventually. I think he's going to be the next Kyle Walker. I'll tell you now, this guy.
No, he does look good. I just hope he gets a chance soon, to be honest.
Absolutely. I'm getting fed up with this, bringing in a real good player like Spence and just saying he's future. He's future. We'll have him next season when he's another year older. I don't get that with Tottenham. It was something about us, mate, as a club. There's a talent there. Playing week in week. Give him a good run of games. I mean, so I think Spence is going to be one of the dark horses this season, mate.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I can't understand why he maybe didn't even came on over Emerson last night. Maybe because Emerson's used to playing in the team. I don't know, but
unless he is going to start against Southampton, I don't think I may be wrong, but
I think it would probably be the similar team to what played against Roma, wouldn't it? I mean, that would be my.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be many changes with them, Matt.
I think he'll go Doherty, to be honest, but
I don't know.
I do think he likes Emerson Royale in a way, Conte. I think he sees something in him.
Yeah. Who else, Matt?
Dave says, guys, it's been 10 years. Where have you two been?
Dave Tutty. Is it you or Dave or Dean Webb? Who I think it's one of these two, Matt, who actually commented on the lagging on the last video. So, Dave, if it was you, mate, I'm sorry I didn't get back to your comment. But is it better? I think it seems better. I can't see us lagging.
No.
But where we've just been too busy, Dean and Dave. Seriously, mate, I'm doing all kinds of hours at work. You know what I mean? Seriously, at the minute it's crazy. So I said
It's
this
really
don't
hard
pay the
for us.
bills.
Both of us. Simon finishes sometimes at 9 o'clock at night. I'm finishing at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. It's
Yeah,
and then you need to go home, eat, maybe spend some time with the family or the missus, and then
yeah,
it's back to bed again, and it's kind
yeah,
of next day. Really
yeah.
difficult.
That's it.
Um,
Absolutely.
so we just kind of try and do it when we can.
Oh yeah, we love to
Yeah.
we actually love being on here. You know what I mean? But it's hard.
Well, we've
It's
missed
hard.
it because actually we've had, so many signings that we haven't actually properly spoke about, and
We are going to get into it, Matt. After we've done the comments, that's what
or
we're going to
speak
get into.
through. He says we either get a proper world class 20-goal contribution cam or a world class creative right wing back, or we are in trouble this season in regards to top four.
Yeah, Dave. As I said, we will get into what we need in the signings, matey. We will actually come over that. What you just said there, matey.
He says good to see you back, and then Luke says we need a central centre back.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, thanks for whoever's commented so far. Keep the comments coming, guys. Smash the like, subscribe if you already haven't. We're on the road to 1K. We've been saying that for about a year. But yeah, we'll get there one time. So, Matt, let's get into a couple of questions I've got. What we think of the signings so far, Matt, out of the 6 signings we've done, mate. Is it what sort of ratings do you give areas? Hey, Letter Tell I Died TV. Chris, how's it going, pal? Long time no see.
Yeah, doing well.
How's it going, pal? I hope you're all good. And yeah, and definitely back on your channel. It's brilliant. It's Das as well. Das Cloud this season is going to be crazy. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. So, Matt, what do you give the transfer when the signings were done? Each signing, Matt, give it a mark out of 10, mate. Each one, or did you want to just give it an overall to the 6 players out of 10?
I can do each signing. Maybe you say the player and I'll give you the sort of number, I suppose.
Yeah, let's start off with our first sign of the summer, mate. Was Ivan Perisic. What'd you give him out of 10, Matt? Obviously, we haven't seen much of him because he's just coming back from a calf injury. But what we saw of him yesterday, Matt, does it excite you? And what rate do you give him?
Perisic excites me. I think he's a great signing. I think we've sort of gone against our club policy of not buying young all the time, and we've gone for an experienced winner. So I think that's positive. I'll probably give Perisic a 9. I think 9 out of 10. I have been excited to see him, and he, that you've seen glimpses of him now. He came in a bit for 2 pre-seasons. He came on against Rangers, didn't he? And then he was probably our best player on the pitch in terms of the quality.
I think it's the best I've seen him, obviously, so far with
yeah. You can see he's got that quality with whipping the ball in as well. Something we need. It's
even against Rangers, I think that when he first come on against Rangers, where he whipped that ball straight in for Richarlison and he sent it over the bar. I mean, that's what he can do.
Yeah.
I mean, so he doesn't mess about. He gets down that wing and he gets.
And then against Roma yesterday, he was very close to scoring one. He hit that shot from about 25 yards out. He literally missed by about a couple of inches, I think it was. But you can see he's got the talent on him to hit the ball. He'll score us goals. He'll get us some assists. I'm looking forward to him. I'd give him a 9. I don't think 10, but I definitely think 9. I think.
I think between 8 and 9, mate. It's quite a solid one, and I think it'll be a fantastic signing for us. So let's climb on. Let's climb to that one, mate. It's Yves Bizuma. Was the next one through the door, Matt? Come out from nowhere, mate. Absolutely no. You've been buzzing about this player, Matt, since last season, and I thought that wasn't a player that we were going to go for. All the shout was over a couple other players, but this come out of literally nowhere, Matt. Sky Sports broke it. and literally it was done in days, Matt. It was very quickly, Matt. What do you give him, Matt? We know his Premier League experience. We know what he can do. Is he that good of a player, Matt? What people are bigging him up to be? Because yesterday, obviously, wasn't great. What I saw of him, Matt, was a couple of good touches. He is solid. That's what I can say about him. He's solid as a rock, that guy. But I think he has been ill, Matt. We have to all give him to it. He has been ill. He's still recovering. And in that heat, it's got to be hard in that heat, mate, when you're still recovering.
Yeah, no, I love Basuma. He's probably one of the best in his position midfield in the Premier League. He thinks that as well. He's bossed us before. I mean, when we lost to Brighton in the league, Basuma done a job on us, didn't he? Shut down that he completely bossed the whole midfield, and he controlled the game. He stopped us breaking. And he's obviously scored against us last season as well. And he's had many good sort of midfield performances. Like he went to Stamford Bridge and absolutely dominated them in the middle of the park when Brighton got a draw there. He's brilliant, mate, and it's a great signing for the price. And it's a smart signing. I think it is a Conte signing. I think Conte really likes him as a player, and he's a Conte player because he's very hard working. He'll do the nasty tackles. He'll get stuck in, and he wins the ball and but he's got a good range of passing as well. So yeah, I'd probably give it. I think an 8.5. I think that's quite a fair sort of score. I think Perisic is still the best signing, but Basuma's up there definitely for me. And I think when he settles, he'll be a beast.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. As I said, what you hear on Twitter, Matt, over the last couple of days, mate. Well, over the last day or so, sorry. Who is signing? Oh, is he the right man?
I had to switch it off last night because everyone was just overreacting after just one pre-season loss.
Matt, what I can get if we don't sign this centre back, if we don't sign this Cam, or if we don't, we're in the mud. We're getting nowhere near. Arsenal can overtake us. Jesus, listen, Arsenal are having a bit of a good run, right? Yeah. Apart from Chelsea, who have they really played? Yeah, okay, and they ain't got no. I don't think they've got no quality depth. For me, they got maybe a good 11 when they got everyone fit. They probably have got a good 11. But we've seen it before, Matt. Once they get one or two injuries, the depth's not very great, mate. No. Me personally. But let's see it continue for us. Let's see if Jesus can still hit these goals. I mean, but the negativity over Twitter, mate, is pathetic. These fans, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, we weren't brilliant in the first half, like I said, but I definitely thought in the second half we upped the tempo. Yeah. I'm not worried, and it seems like Conte's really happy. He came out of his comments the other day saying, he wants to build something here, and he said we have a young team, and we're gonna try. And there's a lot of we in there. It's not they are. Do you know what I mean? Like back at the end of last season, he wasn't saying any of that, was he? I think the club have. I think he's realised the club have actually, tried to properly back him. We brought in players early. But it's not always easy. We probably would have had Bastoni, but he doesn't. He wants to stay in Italy. You sometimes you can't force a play. I think we have been unlucky as well with certain players. They just don't want to come at this moment in time. Either they're happy at their club or they're just settled in their country. I'd rather sign someone like Longley for a season and then maybe Bastoni becomes available next year and he wants to come. I don't want a player who doesn't want to come.
Absolutely, and what you're saying there as well, Matt, is like, look at Jesus. We should have signed him over Richarlison. Richarlison's the wrong signing. The guy ain't played for us properly yet. What's going on?
Yeah, he's looked good. He's looked good every time he's come on. I know he hasn't scored, but he nearly scored last night with a great mazy run. He did. He just.
I just hope they do actually go out and keep these flipping fans quiet. With a top quality centre back, a top quality Cam, and when we don't do nothing, or what's your excuse then? You know what I mean? It's just pathetic, mate.
We've still got how long? It's 5 weeks left of the window.
Mate, seriously, Paratici and Conte won't rush it now. They think they've got enough
No.
for the next few weeks, right?
Yeah. 100%.
They will watch the market. They will watch this market because it's not. It's what we're hearing now. It's Daniel Levy. He's doing it all over again. No, it's not Daniel Levy. They are watching the market. They probably don't want to pay overprice, like for 60 million Madisons.
No.
If they can drive that deal down, they'll drive it down. And why? And why not? Why not? You know what I mean? So, Matt Fraser Forster. What's the next one, Matt? I think he came in before, actually, presume, wasn't it? Fraser Forster. I think
Yeah.
it's one
Well,
signing.
similar time, really, wasn't it? Yeah, he's
Um,
just
go on, mate. Go on.
he's just going to be a solid second keeper. He's come on recently in the pre-season games. He looks pretty commanding and he's good with his feet. It looks like. I think you can rely on him. He's Premier League experienced.
That's one thing, Matt. He's Premier League experience. You can
Yeah.
rely on him.
Yeah.
If he gets injured, and I think we will have probably this season, he'll probably 1 or 2 injuries. I think I'll be more comfortable.
Oh,
with him
100% than bloody Galini, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So,
Um,
mate, yeah. So, what do you rate him, Matt?
I don't want to be
What do you rate?
hard. I don't want to be harsh, but I don't want to be like over. I'll give him a 6. I think I'll give him a
Yeah,
6.
that's it. It's 6. It's reliable, isn't it? Wayne. Next up was Richarlison, Matt, and Richarlison come through the door. That's another one, Matt. People say you paid over the odds and things like this. La 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 la. You could have had Jesus for 40 odd million. La la. All this bullshit we was hearing. But mate, seriously, Richarlison. Joy, I'm not a massive fan of this guy, Matt. But the more I think about it, I think this guy can do a job. That's what I think he's bringing for, Matt. I think he can come in and give Kane a bit of a rest and give like Kulusevski a bit of rest and Son a bit of rest. And we've got a bit of quality in the depth, Matt. He can come in and do a job. And I think that's what he's been bringing. He's been bringing to go first team straight up top without in place of Harry Kane or Sons. It's a depth. It's a squad depth, and I think, mate, we could have. It could have been worse than Richarlison, mate. I think we've got in Richarlison, we've got someone, Matt. He likes a rock in it. He'll wear that badge on he'll wear that badge to pride, mate. Telling you, and he'll get involved. You know what I mean? So, and he'll put his head on the line. Do you know what I mean? So I think we've got that kind of player, mate, and he can finish, Matt. He's talented. He's a talented lad. What do you think of Richarlison, Matt?
He's one you don't like if he's not in your team. If that makes sense. I think what you're seeing with Spurs now is you're seeing a Conte type team and a Conte type DNA like he had at Chelsea. He had players like a Diego Costa, and that's what Richarlison reminds me of, like a Diego Costa. Quite physical, good in the air. He'll dive, he'll roll all over the place. He'll wind you up. That's what Chelsea did back in the day, didn't they? And they won stuff with that. You need characters like that in your team, and I think Spurs have had way too many soft players in the past few years. And he is quality. And it's like you said, Simon. It's not about he can't get in that. Why are you paying 60 million if he can't get in the front three? It's not about that. It's about having depth in the squad. We've got the World Cup this year. We've got 5 different cup competitions. We'll be in the Champions League. Going to have to rotate. Man City have loads of different players. I mean, they can't always play like Gundogan or Bernardo Silva. They have to change. Liverpool can't always, play their best players. They'll be rotating as well. So Richarlison's brilliant. I think he's probably better for us than Jesus in terms of the way Conte wants to play because he can play up front. He's physical. He can play as a second striker. He could play if Kulusevski needs a rest, and he can play if Son needs a rest. Or let's say you're 2 or 3-0 up and you just think, right, we'll just get Son up. We're just going to bring Richarlison on,
That's what exactly, Matt. Exactly, and because Son and Kane over the last 2-3
they need
seasons,
a rest. They will need a rest.
Too much football, and I think it'll do them a well of good with us having the likes of Richarlison and maybe 1 or 2 more coming in. I can see us bringing 1 or 2 more in, just to give Kane and Son a bit of rest. Do you know what I mean? If we keep these fresh all season, Kane and Son will be the most deadliest partnership again in this Premier League. Without they are the best partnership in this Premier League. I don't
Oh,
care
they
what
are,
anyone
boys.
says.
The records say it, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
you can't. But records don't lie, do they? I mean, it's been
We just
broken.
need,
So
we need to give them a trophy, Matt. I mean, but we'll
yeah. Well,
talk
the whole
about another
team.
show.
I'd love Hugo to pick one up. He deserves it as the captain of the club. He's been so loyal for all his years, hasn't he?
Yeah,
But yeah, no. I think Richarlison will surprise a few people. He needs to get a goal though, just get off the mark, if that makes sense.
Matt, it's pre-season, right?
Yeah, it is.
I
He's
don't.
hardly played,
As,
really, has he? I think he started
Matt,
once. I think.
yeah, and Conte's not. He's not fussed over the performance. He was saying it's more just for the
He was
the
happy with
players to get.
he was happy with Richarlison yesterday. He said,
Yeah,
"I can see he holds the ball up well and he brings others into play, and that's what he wants."
yeah, and Matt, he's full of players to get match fitness, to get minutes underneath their belt, mate. Ready for Southampton for next weekend. Do you know what I mean? What? So Richarlison, mate, I'll give Richarlison, I think, a 7. I mean, I can't give him any higher than that in a minute because where we've seen him, we know what he can do. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. Is he going to fit in the Tottenham?
Well, it looks like it looks like he's integrated into the squad well. Like he's obviously doing that. The pigeon dance he does, and he's having laughs with Son. And I do think he'll be a character, and I think he'll be like like we love Romero. He's that
Yeah,
type of character.
yeah,
I loved it
absolutely.
when them two met for the first time in the
Yeah, that was quality.
at the canteen. I was like, and everyone cheered. So yeah, he's just a
Yeah,
wind-up. We will love
yeah,
him. I'm telling you. But I agree with you. I'll probably give him a 7.
yeah. Then next in, mate, Langley. How do you pronounce this? Is it
Longley.
Longley?
Longley.
Longley.
Yeah.
Matt, I was like, really? when we were talking about it, Matt, and you was going, no, trust me, this guy. I was going, really? I mean, good. Do you know what it was, Matt? Because it's with the links with Pastoni.
Yeah,
And when I went quiet, and when you heard the stories about we're going off, and you're like, oh, really? But I'm telling you now, mate. What I've seen of him last couple of games, mate,
already,
especially yesterday,
yeah.
I can see I think he's already, mate, on that team.
That run he did yesterday and that cross he put in the box was outrageous, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So if he can do some of that reminds me of like a Vertonghen sort of type player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so and he can ping a ball as well. He can ping a ball.
Can, yeah, and that's what Conte wants from his left centre back because he wants them to get involved with you can imagine that side with Perisic as well, or
Yeah.
was
it against Rangers? Was it? Yeah, that Rangers against Rangers where he pinged that lovely ball.
over for Richarlison and he went through and goal and got taken out. He got taken out. That was long though. Yeah, his range of passing is brilliant, and I don't think his defending's too bad. And what people have got to realise is, he was a really good defender when he was at Seville and clubs like that. And certain moves just ruin certain players. I mean, Timo Werner's not a bad player, but at Chelsea, he's awful, isn't he? But at Leipzig, he was a completely different player. Sometimes these players just need a new lease of life. I mean, you look at Kulusevski, he was doing nothing at Juventus, was he? And what it was like when all the fans were on his back going, oh, he came on against Brighton in the FA Cup and they went, oh, he's a bit slow, he's not very good.
Yeah.
And then we're all singing a song by the end of the year. So
yeah, I'm saying that one of the best songs in the club. You know what I mean?
Don't write off players. That's what I'll say. That's what I've learned with Conte because
I like with Bentancur. People saying like when we got Bazuma in, that's pushed him up. No chance. We can play Bazuma in a deeper role, and we can play Bentancur in a more advanced role. He can do that, I think, Bentancur. But yeah, go back to was it Longley? Yeah, Matt. For what I've seen so far, mate, I'll give him a steady 7 so far. I want to see more, but yeah, I think I've been very impressed with him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think a 7 for now, but I think we will be liking him. Yeah, I don't think it'll be long before he starts. To be honest, it could be against Southampton.
Absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. And our last signing, Spence. Obviously, we haven't seen much of this. We've seen him at Forest, Middlesbrough as well. But Forest last season, mate, it was a massive part of why Forest are in the Premier League. he just dominated that league. I know we've seen it before, Matt, where these players dominate the Championship and come in the Premiership like Sesson, great in the Championship, but hasn't kicked it running for Spurs yet, has he? But Spence, it just seems like he's gonna. I think it was when was it against Rangers when he come on against Rangers?
I
He
was
just
very
looks
impressed when he came on. He smashed into that tackle, didn't he? Made a
matched
great
and
change.
tackle, mate. I tell you now, that's
He
the
was
sort
going
of.
forward as well. Like, he knows what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying, mate. I think it's a. We got a bit of Carl Walker on him at the minute, and if we can get anywhere near that sort of talent, mate, well, we've got a player on our hands again.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, he's a young player. And at the end of the day, Conte obviously came out and said it's not his signing he wanted, but he always signs off on the transfers at the end of the day, and obviously he says I can coach him to be something really good. Naturally, he is a right wing back, isn't he, Spence? He just needs probably a season in the Premier League just to get used to it. But what a coach to have to help him, and I think if he can get, I just want to see him a bit more. I think he could explode, to be honest. I like him as a player. I like his attitude as well, and his sort of his confidence. He could have just gone back to Nottingham Forest or a smaller Premier League team and settle. But he said, "No, I'm ready. I want to go to the big level." So I've done that level. I want to go to the big stage, and and he apparently his mum's a Spurs fan from what I've heard. So
there you go. There you go. If that's true, that's brilliant. Good. That's a good start. So me, Spence, because I ain't seen much. I'm gonna float between 6 and a 7, Matt. 6 maybe at the minute because he did all right against Rangers and all that. But I think the more we see him, Matt, that score will go literally into the 8, probably 8s. You know what I mean? But at the minute,
I'll give him 6.5. I think because I think there's a lot of potential there, and I do like him as a player actually.
Absolutely. So, Matt, have we got any comments there, Matt, before we get into the last couple of questions?
Dar says to see. Oh no, we've seen that one. Sorry. The signings look great to me. Is it their best summer transfer season to date?
It's up there. It's definitely up there, Matt.
Yeah, I think obviously it hasn't been. The thing is about Twitter, mate. It's like most of the people are on there, like are kids and they play FIFA, and just because they're not sexy signings like an Ndombele or players that get them off their seats. It's like we've actually signed players that fit our system and can go in positions that we need,
absolutely.
and that's what it's about. It's not really about trying to improve our first 11 as such, because I don't think you can improve that attack from what we saw last season. I think it's about bringing depth in to change it up if you need to
change that to make that attack better, Matt. You've got to spend 150 million quid.
Exactly.
I mean, on a player, you know what I mean, to make it. I mean, so you're talking of the two of the world's best players in the world at the minute, Kane and Son. You know what I mean? So
I just think you need someone who, like a Richarlison, or just some who can chip in with, even if he got 8 or 9 goals. It just helps with that overall,
absolutely,
season in general. But yeah, no, it probably is in terms of our best summer transfer in terms of getting players in early, and I don't think we've ever seen that before. Normally it's last minute window, isn't it? So, but yeah, that long may it continues. I still think there'll be 2 or 3 more at least. Chris says it's like having Poch as manager, a transfer window with no signings. Yeah, Leicester haven't signed anyone, have
they? Yeah. So yeah, Chris, if you're still in there, matey, very
they? Well,
poor.
apparently they need to sell to buy.
Are you? That's what I've been told, Matt. I've been told that Leicester have to sell one of their one or two of their big signings.
Maybe
big
Spurs are waiting in the wings to take Maddison's price down when Leicester go, bloody hell, we haven't got anyone
before
in.
Maddison, I'll go. I think Chelsea have got him now, but Wesley Fofana, mate, all day long.
You see how much they want for him, though?
Yeah, I know that. I know what mega
I
bucks.
wouldn't pay 80 million for him, mate. No way.
No. That's what I'm saying. But we are desperate to. He's a top defender, me personally.
Yeah. Bobby K says, "Big up, lads. Long time. Good to see you. Hello, chat. Bobby, hope you're doing well, mate."
Yes, Bobby. I saw you on the Pond channel. You wanted to do a backdoor boogie. Oh dear, Jesus Christ! Big up, Bobby.
Robbie Lily White Lane says, "Evening lads from Turkey." Oh, lovely.
Yes, Robbie. Lily White Lane, thanks for coming in, pal, and enjoy Turkey. Enjoy
Yeah, have a
Turkey.
good holiday, mate.
Yeah, beautiful.
Dar says, "Is it the best summer signing season to date from Spurs?" I mean, sorry.
It's probably one of the best. It's probably one of the best windows I've seen, Matt. Personally, as you said correctly there, Matt, we got the signs done early, which is very rare from us, and Matt. It's always a last bargain basement
And
players in the last.
it seems like there's a plan there, isn't there? But I think finally there's Conte's obviously and the board. They're all in line, and they've all said, "Look, this is what I want. This is the main 5 or 6 I'll need." And then we'll see if we can get some stuff later on in the window when I think I might need it when I've assessed the team properly a couple of games in the league, sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Dave says, "I experienced 30 degrees once and could only stay outside my house for 5 minutes before returning."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's what people don't understand. When you go to these hot countries, and Israel was hot over the weekend, it was in Korea, it was incredible
Well,
heat.
it's not only the heat, is it? It's the humidity. They get like 80, 90%.
That's what I'm saying.
You just
It
sweat.
kills it. It sweats, and okay, it's good. And Kane looks absolutely ripped
He
at the
looks
minute. He
ripped,
really,
mate.
yeah.
They all do, to be fair. I thought Eric Dyer looked good
Dyer,
as well.
Dyer's got flipping. He looks a beast at the minute, but it does take you out on you, and you won't get the best. You won't see the best performances out of these players. But these so-called Spurs fans on Twitter, mate, they always waiting for these sort of performances, isn't it? Told you so. I told you so. We've done the wrong signings, and look at Arsenal down the road. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I was waiting for that, Matt. I was absolutely waiting for that. But yeah, I'm not taking none of this from pre-season. Let's see what we do next week.
He says, "Just imagine that they played in 35-degree last night, which is crazy heat."
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. 100%.
He said, "Even the have to wear slippers in that heat."
Oh dear.
Chris has come back, says, "Either of you two guys up for a Premier League pre-season quiz at 9 p.m. Friday the 5th? Just 5 players."
Yeah, I'll put it up. Either you two guys. Was it the 5th after see at 9 p.m.?
5th. I should be all right for that.
Yeah.
Although that's
That's next Friday, is it?
yeah, that's when the first game kicks off, isn't it? I did kind of want to watch the Palace game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Only just because it is the beginning of the season. I just wanted to
I'll get back to you, Chris, because of work as well. Because
yeah.
it's 7 o'clock on Fridays at the minute, so I'll get back to you, matey.
Dave says we need a cam, guys, to make sure we get top 4. Arsenal will fall away.
Definitely. I understand. We all understand. But as what Matt said, if Conte don't think we need a cam, I like to trust Conte because he knows more than us. You know what I mean? He works with this team week in, week out. He's an elite manager. He knows what he wants.
I think he wants kind of like someone who can play on the wing but play as a number 10 as well, just as another option.
Yeah, he wants hybrid sort of type player who can play on both positions. You know what I mean? So, and Arsenal will fall away. We don't know, Dave. I love the eggs on their face, but
they do look good. I hate to say it, they do look good.
Yeah.
But you never know what Chelsea will do. I mean, Chelsea have looked dreadful in pre-season. I'll be honest. I don't think Zaniolo is good enough, but I'll back him if he comes in. It's clear Conte wants a tall, strong team that will bully other teams into submission.
Yeah, Dave Zaniolo. I'm not over keen. You know what I mean? He's not someone like that. I can say, wow, go and get him tomorrow. No, this guy is absolute magic. Nah, not really. He's only done it in the Italian league, which is not, to me, it's not great. It's not a great league. So This is, as I said from the start, it just smells of Eric Lamela deal over again. And do I want to risk of paying? How much they want, Matt? 40 million, something like that.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
think
want to go
something
down
like
that road again? I mean, where we think, as Matt said, let's get Premier League experience. I'd rather have Madison over him. You know what I mean? But Madison 60 million, that's another one. I don't pay 60 million for Madison. I mean, if we get him down to about 40 or maybe
I think it's more
35
like
and
Winks.
chuck.
I think someone like Winks would go to Leicester.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And which Chris,
Give him in down below.
Chris,
You know.
Chris, if you're still in the chat, Chris, I'll tell you now, let's don't sign no players, but Harry Winks will be an absolute worldie of a player for you. Worldie of a
I
player.
think he'd probably suit Leicester, to be fair. Dave says Jesus needs a team that relies solely on him, which is exactly what Jack Grealish needs. Man City was never the right team for Jack.
No, absolutely not. I think he's fallen off the cliff a bit. Jack, when he was at Aston Villa, he was more hungry. He was scoring goals, and because he felt loved at City and at Villa, and he knew he was the
Grealish
main.
he went for a bigger payday and to win the Premier League.
Absolutely
Guaranteed, isn't it? If you go there, near enough.
I think Pep's feeding Arsenal some good players. I think that's what I see in there. I mean, Zinchenko's probably another really good player what Arsenal got there.
I think Grealish would have been amazing at Spurs. Probably would have been, to be fair.
Absolutely. If you're saying to me, I'll take a Jack Grealish now all day long. What a player that is.
Yeah, it'd be good. Dave says, yeah, but 60 million for a substitute is ridiculous in my view.
Is it about Richarlison? Dave, listen, we can sit here. I haven't got time tonight, but on another stream, we'll sit there and we can go through all the teams about the players who sit on their benches. De Bruyne's at times, Sterling at times, the Mahrez at times, the Jack Grealishes at times. Yeah. They all sit on benches. You know what I mean? That's just one team. Liverpool, we go to their team. Go to Chelsea and we go to United. They do. The top players sit on benches. You know what I mean? And maybe 60 million is a bit over the board. I do agree. I think we should not have never paid that sort of money for Richarlison. But if Conte thinks he can come in and do a job and what he wants, let's see. That's all we can do. We can't just judge this over a pre-season. You know what I mean? We really can't. I mean, and let's see. Let's see what happens.
He says, I think Richarlison is the type who needs to run in the team, not to be a bit part substitute.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said.
He'll get games.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to be loved. He needs to be involved in the team. A good run in the team as well. But that's the sort of player, Dave. When a game's not going your way and you need some sort of other direction of player who can come on and make an impact and get in their faces. Richarlison is ideal. It's an ideal player, me personally.
Luke says, as Bergwijn has gone, I feel we need a winger as well.
Oh, he's goal the other night against PSV. Wow.
Oh, it was a beauty, wasn't it? I watched it the other day, yeah.
Yes, again, no, isn't it?
It's that league, though. It suits him, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does, mate. Of course it does.
UT says, evening, guys. Been a while, but footy is finally back. Looking forward to the new season and keep the great content coming. Come on, you Spurs.
Oh, nice one. Thank you very much, UT. And we'll try our best. Me and Matt. We sit here and we just say as it is. Isn't it, Matt? We say as it is.
Always have, haven't we, mate? Always have.
No beating around the bush. No flipping. No flip flopping. You know what I mean? Come here. If you don't like what we're saying, we're not forcing you to actually sit here and watch and listen to us. You know what I mean? But UT, thank you very much.
He says the forward run Longley made yesterday, along with a good cross for the Romero chance, is promising.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it'll be good. I think he'll be a good sign for us. Me personally, I think he's a surprise me and probably a few others this Longley.
Luke says, but I bet Werner will do well at Newcastle if he goes there.
I don't think Werner is up to the Premier League.
I think he needs to go back to the German league for me.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%, Matt. 100%. Do you know certain players just suit certain leagues, Matt?
Look at
Isn't it? And
Lukaku.
yeah, absolutely, mate. Ripped it up in the Italian league. Come back to United. Come back to Premier League with United. Absolutely fuck all, mate. Did he? And now he's back at Inter Milan. I think he'll rip it up again.
He's failed twice in the Premier League, hasn't he? Played for United, played for Chelsea.
Yeah.
The only time he did well in the Premier League was probably Everton. I remember when he was on loan for Everton, he was insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simon Stevens says, "Evening, Simon. Matt, glad to see you doing well. Hello, Simon. Hope you're doing well, mate.
How's it going, pal? Thanks for coming in, Si. Keno's back. Look at that picture. Looks like Keno. Every time I see that picture.
That's a bit. Pete says, "Sorry, lad, I've left the full bin at Crevettes."
Yeah, that's my mate. That's one of my work. That's one of my work colleagues at work.
Right,
I know exactly what he's on about. I'll check that in the morning, Pete. I'll check that, and I'll absolutely crucify you on Wednesday.
Simon says, "Nothing wrong with a club signing. All managers have to give way to some extent. The important thing is that Conte has given what he wants, even if that means we buy a short-term right wing back on the cheap."
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I agree there, Simon. We've just got to trust them what they want, mate. Seriously, Conte's obviously feeding names to Paratici just to go and try and get over the line.
He wanted Long now apparently at Inter Milan when he was there.
There you go, Matt. You read all this stuff, and it's probably true, Matt. I mean, so what Conte wants, if he just trust him. Let's see where it takes us. We only can judge this at the end of the season. Don't judge it halfway through. Don't judge it after 2 games. We've got to judge this over the whole season. You know what I mean? And then we can come back at the end of the season and say, was it great? I mean, so we, as a fan base, Matt, we are too judgmental very easy after 1-2 games. Oh, we signed the wrong player.
We're never going to get it right all the time. Like Liverpool had to build, and it took a couple of years. Conte wants to get, I think, event to that level, but sometimes it's just a bit of patience, isn't it? I really do think the kind of painful rebuild is really kind of going away. We're getting rid of the deadwood. I think our problem at the moment is we need to shift Ndombele and Lo Celso out before we bring in a creative player, because it's what people don't understand. We've got a too bloated squad with all the foreign players. That's why we had to get rid of Roden. And then if you get rid of Tanganga, you've got to bring in someone homegrown. Because you got to meet the Champions League quota of certain homegrown and foreign players. People just, it's just crazy. People don't understand the logistics of it. It's like, don't moan. Do your research first. Don't go, oh, why can't we just sell Ndombele? We can't sell Ndombele because no one wants to give him 200 grand a week because he's crap.
Exactly. No,
I mean, kind of Leon sent him back. It tells you everything you need to know about him. That's his club where he started. And they were like, no, he's completely lost his way.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame because the guy is one of the talented footballers I've seen.
Yes.
It's just his absolutely bad attitude, absolutely. He's just reminds me of Pogba, mate, all day long. That guy. Bags of talent, but his attitude stinks. So anyone else there, Matt?
Yeah, got a few more, mate. Chris says, we don't have to sell to buy. It's just we have 27 players for a 25-man Premier League squad, and it's 100 million for Fofana.
Oh, see you later.
So that would make him the highest paid defender ever, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance.
Oh, no one's going to pay that. 100 million. No. He's not that good.
I'd rather go out and go get Pistone for 67 million.
I'd rather go and get that Guardiola. Pistone, yeah. I mean, mate, you could buy Skriniar and another centre back, or maybe Maddison and.
He could buy Skriniar and
someone else for 100 million, couldn't you? You could go and get like a 30 million centre back and Maddison for like a bit less. So
Yeah,
I know what I'd
yeah,
rather do.
exactly. Fofana's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's
Yeah,
he's a,
but he's had
he's a
that
very,
nasty
very good.
injury as well. Remember,
Yeah,
it's a risk.
absolutely.
Simon says Arsenal always look good in pre-season when the pressure is off. Arteta looks like an underpants model. Then when the season gets underway, he's sat there losing games, looking like an Anusol advert.
Absolutely, Arsenal do always. I've said I was speaking at work yesterday about this. Arsenal always have good pre-seasons. Let's see what they do against Crystal Palace on Friday night. Let's see away. Go and win 4-0 now, Matt. But yeah,
I don't think Palace will be an easy game.
no. I, I can see Arsenal winning it. Me personally, because they are on a bit of
Can't
form
see
at
a
the minute.
draw.
But
See a draw, to be honest.
yeah, and that'd be a bad result for Arsenal because at the end of the day, okay, they're an improvement from last season because they lost, but for what they're doing in a minute, yeah. So,
They'll probably have a good start because I think their first 7 or 8 fixtures aren't
yeah,
too bad.
it's
To be honest.
favourable. It's favourable. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
looked at the fixture list.
yeah.
So anyone else?
Luke says, "What do you think of Eriksen going to Man United?"
I'm not really, but I've gone over that now. It's over my head, that one.
Yeah.
I wasn't too keen of Ericsson coming back. Really, I wasn't. I
I
think
think
it happens. It happens.
if we really wanted him, he would have gone to us over United.
100%. If Conte said Paratici, that's who I want, he would have come to Tottenham. 100%. But hey, good luck to him. Good luck to him. You know what I mean, I've got nothing bad against Ericsson. He's good. He's good lad. He's a good player. But I think his best days are gone, Matt. Since that his heart attack now, he's got to watch
I don't
himself.
think he's going to play every game either. I can't see him because you've got Bruno Fernandes as well. Be
He's
interesting to
and
see
he's having a
how
second.
they play United because
Yeah, it will be.
you can't play Ericsson, Fernandes, and another attacking mid because there'll be no defence in the midfield. It would be like a big hole, wouldn't it? You just go straight through
Yeah, absolutely.
it. Simon says, "Agree, Matt. Liverpool have great players. It's easy to buy more in that position. We were desperate for good players 2 seasons ago, and there was more a light shining on our signings."
Yeah, absolutely, pal. I mean, Liverpool, and you can talk about Liverpool and City all day long. I mean,
They've all got
immense
options though,
talent.
haven't they? And I think
Yeah,
finally in the I looked at the Spurs bench against Roma yesterday, and you look at it and you go, that bench is actually pretty good. There's some players
yeah,
on there that can come
it's
on
what I'm
and
saying.
change the
And
game.
last
Last
season,
season you go, oh,
Conte was
Scarlett,
scratching his head. I see him on the thing. He's going, oh, he's looking around and saying,
we're going to bring on Mora and
yeah.
about it.
That's what I'm saying. It's yeah. As you're right, Matt. You need the option from the bench.
Yeah,
It's a team game. It's not 11. It's a team game. And
exactly.
when the chips are down, and you need someone
Yeah.
to come on and do and change the game, you need quality. You need
That's what
depth. And
I think a lot of the fans in general and on Twitter need to realise it's not about the first 11. You need to get the first 11 out of your head, like Kane is undroppable and Son is undroppable because you,
Matt, I don't know what you and the guys in the chat, whoever's still in the chat, about Davies and Dyer getting this. They're not getting great comments from his fan base at the minute on Twitter. I think they're not giving them credit and where it's due. Really, I think they had a great season last year. I think a pair of them. I
stepped up
thought
the game
Ben.
massively.
I thought as that saying goes, mate, 6 out of 10 reliable. Ben, he was very reliable. Ben.
But he was more than 6 out of 10. Well, I'll probably give him 7 or 8 in certain
Yeah,
games.
I mean, and Eric Dyer. I mean, I think he had a fantastic season. I really do.
Well,
And
you look
he
at
only
us.
was good because of Romero. I think
Not
he's improved.
he helps Romero. Romero helps, Dyer as well. But Dyer's a leader, and there's no coincidence that the last 3 managers have all used him. So there
I
must
don't
be.
think Matt as well. Some of his fan base, because they've slated him. It's hard knowing he did have a good season. They can't
They can't
come
admit
round to
it.
it.
We
They can't admit
obviously
it.
we've all said, haven't we? We had a go at Eric Dyer probably a year
Yeah,
ago or two, saying we need to sell him. But at the end of the day, I,
without
I
the
said
lens on.
I
Yeah,
said fair play to him because he's got obviously a good character about him, and he's come back from it, and he's turned into a good centre back for us. And I think you only have to look at Wolves and Southampton last season at home, where Eric Dyer was injured. We lost both.
yeah.
Um,
And
Conte
Ben Davies. Well,
and Ben Davies was brilliant at left centre back. He played the whole season, and without him, we didn't have another left-sided footer.
well,
So
Conte likes them
Conte
pair.
loves him.
So
He
what
loves
are you
him.
saying? Are you Spurs fan base now saying that Conte's a bad manager because he likes these two? He works them day in, day out. You know what I mean? He exactly what knows it. You see, so I mean, so end of the day, if he wanted to replace them, they wouldn't be playing now.
That wouldn't be
They
there,
would be
yeah.
replacing someone. Do you know what I mean? So I just think they're getting unfair criticism.
But
Me personally.
some people just like moaning, mate.
Which everyone's entitled to their opinion. Which we on this show, Matt, we always say, I mean, that's your opinion. We won't go against it. But to me, I think it's getting and them getting the credit where it's due. Me personally.
Sometimes you just got to put your hands up, though, and you when the players proved you wrong, you just got to go fair play. And
Yeah.
you know, a lot of players did that last year. And but yeah, I mean, yeah, I like Dyer and Davies. I think they're solid, and you know, maybe if you bring other players in, there'd be a good backup as well. It's all about options in the squad. Now I look at our team. We've got 2 left-sided centre backs. We've got 2 right-sided centre backs. We need another central centre back to go with Dyer. Then you got what have we got? We got is it 4 right wing backs now?
Yeah, we've got Spence, Emerson,
Doherty, and Mora because he's been playing Mora there, hasn't he?
Oh,
And then left
see,
wing
that's
back you got 2. Midfield we've got 4 different potential pairings now, and then you got Richarlison, Son, Kulusevski, Mora if he can play there, or if we get
I
someone
think
like Maddison or Zaniolo, he goes there, and then you've got Kane, sort of only Kane or Richarlison can play there, and maybe I mean the other rumour we've sort of heard is Reguilon going to Barcelona and maybe a swap deal with someone like Memphis Depay.
yeah, immense. Right, yeah. That's another one, Matt. I'm a bit dubious
I'm
about.
not sure about him, but
Yeah,
it would be an
yeah.
option, wouldn't it? But yeah,
I'll tell you now. Spurs should have went all out when we was after Richarlison for the Anthony Gordon. I think he is going to be a star for everything. I think that's a player we should have really
all
went
that.
after.
I thought Dwight McNeil was a good signing for Everton as well. He looked good the other night coming
I think
on.
that's his level, Matt. I think that's his level, and
Yeah.
I think it's a good move from Dwight for Everton as well.
Yeah,
but Anthony Gordon would have been. I
good
think
player.
he's a left-sided player, isn't it, Anthony Gordon?
Yeah, left mid, yeah, or left
Yeah.
wing back, whatever he is.
Yeah. I mean, and he would have been ideal under Perisic, mate. Ideal, better than Session, miles better than Session, mate. And Everton, what 50 million, something like that.
Yeah,
Mate, they don't come around often. These sort of players, you know what I mean?
I mean you got every team. Yeah, going back to the Davies and Dyer thing. Every team has those sort of players. Like Liverpool, they've got like Matip, who's not like amazing, but he does a job and he's kind of an unsung hero. Same as James Milner and players like that. Maybe
James Milner. Just look at James.
He's
spot on there,
class,
mate.
mate.
James
He's
Milner.
class and he's professional and he'll do a job. I guarantee if Conte said to Davies or whoever, could you maybe just fit in if we needed it to as maybe a higher up sort of left centre back or slot into midfield just for 5, he would do it because he's that type of player who can be versatile. And I think every team has players like that. And that's why people don't like them because they're not.
It's because it's not their players they want.
As a FIFA, like a FIFA signing or a FIFA footballer.
I think we just come away from the players we want. It's let players what Conte and his board and his managers want. You know what I mean?
And they're not all going to be like, oh, who's it? It could be random ones, and you think, well, why is he signing him? But look, he's done it all his time in his managerial career. He always signs weird players.
I'll tell you now, we'll be coming back in a couple of weeks' time, Matt, I'll tell you now, there'll be one top signing. Trust me, one or two. I mean, I think there's something brewing behind the scenes. They'll be changing. They'll be changing their tactics. I'm telling you.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't talks with Roma. Bearing in mind we just played them, like they may have had a.
I'm not keen on. I don't think we should take a gamble on that Serio. Seriously,
No.
if we're gonna go someone like that, I'll go with Madison. He's Premier
Yeah.
proven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
I
just
want Madison. That's who I'd want, and he's homegrown, so he kind of helps you in that department as well.
me. I want to say Maxman. I think he'll be fantastic. Me personally, but
I can't see Newcastle selling him. Bob Spur, he says, hello mate, how you doing well? He says, big up beautifuls. He says, signings being good or not can only be judged at the end of the season. Ali, Walker, Rose, even Dawson. We never thought these would turn out great. Let's wait and see. Spot on that.
absolutely, Bob's absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, and that's what me and Matt was saying there. We can't judge over pre-season. We can't judge 2 games in. We can't judge halfway through. The whole season's got to finish. Then we can come back to this and we can judge exactly what's gone on. You know what I mean? But I'm confident that it's going to be a good season, and I think we'll be coming back saying we told you about Spence, we told you about Perisic, we told you about Longley. You know what I mean? Bazuma come good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm confident with Charleston come good. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's see what happens.
Simon says we'll find it much easier going forward to get it right, and we probably won't notice as much when we get it wrong. We're in a position of strength, and that can't be understated.
Absolutely, Sam. You know what I mean? And as you said, especially with the financial of the club now, it's massive, massive. Every game now will £1,000,000. I mean, and look at the concerts that we've been holding over the last couple of months. You know what I mean, Peppers and Gagas and massive. I mean, these are just huge for the revenue for the club. You know what I mean? Now we'll be up there, Matt, in a couple of years, spending massively. You know what I mean? Once get these through the door.
He also says, I wasn't keen on an Ericsson return. I just don't know where he'd fit in. Great bench option, but no harm done. Sometimes it's better to just move on and don't look back. Good luck to him, though.
Yeah, absolutely, Sam.
Luke says Davies is class.
I wouldn't say, go back to that Davies one. I wouldn't say he's class. I wouldn't say he's up there like class. He's very reliable. Yeah, very reliable. And he's consistent. Right? He's either consistent shit or consistent good, Matt. Right? But he is consistent. But the back end of last season, mate, we really see a different Ben Davies.
Oh, massively. It's probably content, though, isn't it? Like, just
yeah.
really
I wouldn't say I wouldn't put him in the class bracket, Luke.
No,
that's
just below.
That's your opinion, which I won't underestimate.
Did you put him in the class bracket for last season? I mean, he was pretty good.
I think he was. I think it was fantastic, Matt.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, fantastic.
Simon says Dyer and Davies deserve better. Fans on Twitter want us to nuke our backline and go on a shopping spree across Europe. It's not sustainable for us. Better to have reliable defenders, which they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 100%. So I mean, they do deserve better. I mean, these people on Twitter, they've either got big channels, right? And all they're looking is for clicks and bites. That's all they're looking for.
100%.
For people to follow them and all that. That's all they are looking for. You know what I mean? Trust me. I mean, so if Conte likes these two, so.
Simon says, I rate Gordon very highly, but selling him would have been a sticking point to Lampard. I think it would have caused a rift and he'd have walked. He's already in an impossible job as it is.
Do you know what? So I can see where you're coming from there. They ain't going to want to sell Gordon, but I would have gone hard. Very hard. Seriously. At Gordon. I would have just thrown 100 million for the pair. I mean, and I think that would have been good business. Very good business. But going forward, Matt, Gordon under Perisic, mate, I think, mate, seriously, you had Spence, Gordon, Rose, and Walker. You don't know, do you?
It'll be Sessegnon, mate, I'm telling you.
I don't like Sessegnon, Matt. I can't see him.
Different beast, mate, I'm telling you. This season or next, you'll see he's put on. I'd say he's trained hard over this. He's trained
hard, Matt. I didn't see
on an extra couple of kilos, I think, in muscle, apparently.
It's all right having all this, Matt. It's
No, but the reason he's
problems.
got on more muscle is to stop his hamstring go. Like, you might see
Yeah,
him go
yeah,
for it a bit more.
yeah, yeah. I can see where you're coming from, Matt. Absolutely.
There's
Yeah,
still a player in session. You can see glimpses of it. He just needs to get his confidence back. And Perisic will help him, definitely. Bob Spurs says breaking. Skip injuries worse than first fault. Surprise. Shock. Definitely out for Southampton and possible 5 games, although no timeline given. It's feared it could be long term.
yeah. Bob's he would have started first against Southampton if he was fit. Me personally, this is the problem. Skip. He's very, very injury prone. He can come back
Another
and then we
Winks.
get another injury. Yeah,
You know when Winks got that when he was playing really well for Poch, and then
yeah,
Poch said he's
and
playing through pain, and he was
yeah,
never the same player.
never the same player. And I think this was a Skip, mate. I think he's going to keep getting injuries.
You think that's why we got Basuma, because they maybe saw it coming.
Maybe Matty. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think we probably need one more in there, mate, because I don't think we
Well, he
can.
might keep Star now, mightn't he? Just for the beginning of the season.
This is another one. Papa Sarr. He looked fantastic.
I've liked the look of him in pre-season.
Yeah,
He hasn't
but
looked bad.
I think we've seen good glimpses of him, mate, in pre-season. This is another one we need to unleash him. Take the flipping reins of him, unleash him. We do, really, really do. To
Well,
see what he can.
maybe an injury like this gives him a chance, or come off the bench and play in a cup game, or
It's not worth signing these sort of players, Matt, and say, he's 2 years time, he'll come good. It's no good. I don't like that, me personally. But Bob's, thanks for that, pal. I knew Skip was worse than we first thought, but oh dear, never mind.
that's all of them.
Is that it, mate?
Yeah.
Right, that's all of them. Right, let's get into the thing. Let's get into the last question. I think we've gone through the pre-season, and we've gone through what reaction of the fans on Twitter. After the home defeat, the defeat against Roma. Let's go for this one then, Matt. The last one. What's your expectation, Matt, for this season, and can we win a trophy? That's the massive thing, Matt, isn't it? That trophy one. We can have a good season again, but if we don't deliver a trophy, it's a failure again. In my eyes, because if you finish third, it's an improvement from last season. But Conte, we've got Conte in for a reason. We've backed him for a reason, is to get trophies. I mean, so are we going to get one?
Why do you do this to me every season? I think my expectation is, I think we'll finish third, and I think we'll be close to Liverpool City in second, or whoever's in second. I think we'll give them a good run for their money, and I think we'll win the Carabao Cup, something like that. I think we will win a trophy. I think it's about time.
Wow.
Why not?
Yeah,
you can't do it.
You know what? With the team we had last season, we finished fourth. 10 games to go, or 6 games, or 7 games to go, with no, we're not getting Champions League. We're nowhere near Arsenal. We're nowhere near. No way. We're going to end up 57 from this bullshit. We turned it around. We stuck together. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we stuck together.
So
we
got
also,
it going. We got it right. You know what I mean?
We proved that we can deal with things under pressure, unlike Arsenal.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can do that with the team he had then. He's improved.
Yeah,
100%. in areas, right? I think we've got stronger now. There's no way that we should be thinking any lower than fourth, right? Third place is definitely up for grabs. Chelsea have lost some key players, but in Koulibaly, I was joking about the other day when I said Chris Samba. It's another Chris Samba that's signed, you know what I mean? Why isn't no one else coming for him? But I've got to give him due for that. He on his day, he is a good defender. He's a ball playing defender, and he loves the ball at his feet.
He hasn't played in pre-season yet.
He played the other day.
Oh, did he play the other day? Right.
Yeah, and it looked good. It looked good.
He'll be a
But
beat.
Matty, that's against
You know what the Premier League's like, mate.
absolutely, Matt.
My,
That's the
my
one.
one
That's the
worry,
one.
my
The pace,
one worry with him, he's a bit slow. You can turn him quite quick.
absolutely, that's what I'm saying. To me, I can see it like a sort of like a Chris Samba sort of signing. You know what I mean? When he's at Blackburn and things like
Don't you
that.
dare diss Chris Samba like that.
Oh dear.
Like a Wes Morgan type. Sorry, Chris, if you're in the chat.
So me personally, we should be gunning for third because Chelsea, under a new ownership, I think Thomas Tuchel has lost it a bit, Matt.
Yeah, he
Lost it a
don't look
bit
too
there.
happy, does he, recently
He doesn't
either?
look so happy. Okay. He is going through a bit of a change time with players have gone. He's trying to work out who's to play, and they're in a bit of a mess at the minute, Chelsea, and we've got to go straight at that from day one against Southampton and go really strong at Chelsea for the first 10 games when you really need to hit the ground running to get ourselves in a good position. I mean, because once you start well, Matt, team's got to chase you. You know what I mean, so where we're finished top four, we have to, mate. It's no, oh, doesn't matter. We finish out the top four without a shadow of doubt. We have to finish in the top four. And I think we're going to win the FA Cup, Matt. I think that's the one we're going to win.
Yeah, what we win, as long as it's something.
I'll take a Carabao Cup, Matt.
Yeah.
I'll take a Carabao Cup. I've got a feeling like he's going to want something like the FA Cup. You know what I mean? And it depends who we get in the last 5 weeks, Matt. This transfer window, or 4 weeks, what it is. If we do massively improve, Matt, one or two worldies, why not have a good little run in the Champions League? I mean, it depends who we get drawn against.
Have you heard Conte's latest comments that have come out about half an hour ago?
What's that?
He said, "I want to continue my life in Tottenham because I stay well and I like this group of players and I have a good relationship with Paratici and Daniel Levy."
There you go, guys. That's what Matt just said there. My phone's on charge, so I haven't got Twitter on it in a minute on my laptop. But yeah, which it's great to hear, Matt. It's great to hear, and I think it's going to come out. Conte will sign another contract. Kane will stay, sign another contract. But what I'm trying to say is, these fans here, Matt, how can we improve on like the likes of Kane and Son?
You can't.
It's
if I asked you, how do you improve on Salah at Liverpool? You know me, I don't know who there is because there's no one like Salah.
I mean, okay, they're banging Luis Diaz, which I think is a fantastic side. I think he's a fantastic talent.
That Darwin Núñez looked good. He did look good yesterday.
He did look good, but is he going to hit the ground running in the Premier League? Time will tell. Time will tell. Haaland will definitely. I'm telling you now, people. Okay, he didn't have a great day yesterday. What I saw, he was. My God.
I still don't think he'll be as good as what people think.
Right, here you go. But if he does, mate, 50 odd million, fucking what a bucket now.
I'd rather have Harry Kane.
Oh, Harry Kane, yeah. He's much better than Haaland. I don't care what anyone says. Harry Kane, he's done it in this league, mate, season after season after season. He can have 4 months out of injury and still hits 20 goals.
He does more, doesn't he? Like he's passing. He's just overall the best striker in terms of everything.
So, guys, in the comments before me and Matt goes out, what's your expectations of the season, and can we win a trophy? And what do you think? What Matt just said there? Comments from Conte in the last half an hour. I mean, which is brilliant.
It's on Alistair Gold. It's on football.london, so I'm going to read it later.
Because Alistair Gold's he
seems quite positive.
You can believe what Ali Gold is. I mean, you can believe what he comes up with. So me, I'm going for third. I think we'll float between fourth and third, and I think FA Cup. me personally. And one player to watch out for, Spence. That's the one. Everyone go with the likes of Perisic. He's an obvious one. We know what Perisic will bring. You know what I mean? We know what someone like Richarlison will bring. We know what Bazoom will bring. So they're the like easy ones, Matt.
Yeah.
Who we can say
All right.
like
So you're thinking Spence. I'll
Longley.
go Longley then. I think Longley will surprise quite a few people.
Yeah. Both of these, mate. Both of them. I think they're going to surprise. But as with Matt, they need time. They need time to settle in. And they need game time. That's the. Don't give him half an hour here, 10 minutes here, then judge him after that. It's like, come on. It's. I mean, you can't really judge people. They need proper game time. And Spence, I think he's going to get it, mate. I really do. So guys, you got the last minute or so. Just get your expectations for the season and can we win a trophy into the comments. And Matt will read them out before we go. And we'll end the show there, guys, and we'll tell you what's coming up. Matt, have we got anyone in the comments, Matt?
Yeah, got you, mate. Luke says we've already won a trophy, guys. The best one going.
Did you see what? Did you see Hugo? Like when he picked up,
he literally got with one hand, and then he went, "No, that's it."
Yeah,
I love the reaction.
Yeah, Kane. Yeah, you can have that.
Yeah, I don't want that. Put that back somewhere else. That's ridiculous. Give me the FA Cup. Darren D says, "Will Levy allow Spurs to go hard in the FA Cup or Carabao? He sabotaged the trophy a couple of seasons ago by sacking the manager. Top four will be minimum Levy requirement."
Yeah, minimum. That's what I said there. Minimum top four and a trophy. It's got to be a trophy as well. So see, you haven't brought Conte in halfway through last season, backed him this summer with some real good signings, and we don't know who else going to come through that door. I mean, and not go after the trophy. He's going to want a trophy. Top four minimum and a trophy.
Huge W. THFC till I die says, "Big up, lads."
Yeah, that's Dermot and Ellie.
Okay.
Ellie. So big up Ellie and big up Dermot. Get over to THFC till I die. Subscribe to their channel, guys. I was in the chat last night, chatting away to them too. We're talking about Davies and Kane, Dyer, and all that. Yeah, last night. Yeah, good chat there last night. So get over and get into the chat, guys.
James Bart says, "Big ups."
Big ups, James. I ain't seen you in chat before, but welcome. Thank you very much for coming in. And if you haven't, guys, smash the like and subscribe if you already haven't.
They're saying top two and a cup double. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh.
I think that really is.
Who are we going to finish above? City or Liverpool?
Triple? No, not the triple. No.
Dermot. Whoever it is, Dermot behind that Dermot or Ellie. I can't see us touching City or Liverpool this year.
No, not
but
yet.
We don't know. This is the problem. This is what it is. We took 2 points off Liverpool last year. We took 6 off City. We've improved as a team.
I think we should have took 6 off both.
Absolutely. I think at home.
We should have won that game.
And away.
Really, we should have won at Anfield. Like, it was only a deflected goal.
And the chances were missed as well in the second half. It's like Bergwijn all over again, Nick, when he missed that Anfield. You know what I mean? So yeah, but big up Dermot and THFC till I die. Ellie and Dermot over there.
Luke says, "Winning it all, friends. Heard it here first." What are you drinking tonight, Luke? Flipping hell. We'll win something.
Is that a friend of yours? Is it Luke?
This is my cousin.
Yeah,
my cousin, guys, in the chat. Say hello.
Yeah, I knew I recognised the name.
Winning it all. I know he's joking, really, I think.
He's laughing at that.
Steve Austin says, spot on.
Spot on with what, Steve? Let us know with that.
Darren D says, Levy has never cared about trophies, in my opinion, he says. Oh, well, why would you bring in Conte then?
Do you know what, Darren? I respect your opinion, matey. Seriously, matey. And yeah, Matt's right. He's banging Conte in. He wants. I think that was the first to please.
I think it was about getting into the new stadium and building infrastructure. But I do think now it's about doing it on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the infrastructure's there now, Matt. Now we're getting full stadiums. Now the money's coming in.
Yeah.
The revenue's going to be massive this season once again. The events and what's happening, there's concerts. There's only one way we're going, it's up. I mean, with the revenue and the thing. So there's no excuses no more for this board from Daniel Levy. I do believe they're going to sell. I think by the end of the season, this club will be sold. I don't know who's going to buy it, but it will be sold. And as I said, there's no more excuses, no more hiding for this board for Conte. For Daniel Levy, sorry, for not backing Conte. They can't come out and say, we haven't got the money, we haven't got this. We know exactly what we're bringing in, what revenue's coming in. So he knows, we know Conte still needs backing. We can't go in the season with just that. We need one or two more, or maybe three. I mean, so let's just be patient here, guys. Let's be patient. That's the key now.
Yeah, they've done pretty well. It's not like we've signed 6 players, and sometimes you just got to wait a couple more weeks. I know it has gone quiet recently, but we've been away and playing games and stuff like that. Maybe Conte wanted to, play the games, get the pre-season out of the way, and maybe he'll be going to. They might have had a meeting today or last night after the game or something about what he thinks. We've got a couple of weeks left. What can we do?
Okay, Conte he wasn't getting annoyed after the game, but he knew. But at the back of his head, saying, "I need this. I need this." I mean, so as Matt said, there talks will definitely be after the game. There, what do you want? Leave it being saying to Conte and Patrick, what do you want? What do we need to get this to make this a 10 out of 10? You know what I mean? What do we need? And I do believe names would have been flown over the nest last night. You know what I mean? And like with the Perisic signing, Matt, before I go quickly, he wouldn't have banged Perisic in if he knew he's a winner. This guy's won massive trophies. You know what I mean? He's a winner. I mean, it'd not only be good on the pitch, it'd be good in the dressing room. It'd be good for youngsters like Session.
Yeah.
I mean, and if we did bring in Anthony Gordon and things like that, it would be good for players. That's the sort of signing we need. I mean, I think we need another couple more of them as well.
Yeah. Darren D says he only reluctantly got in Conte because fans turned on Nuno, not to demand trophies, in my opinion, he says.
I think, do you know what, Darren? People think Daniel Levy is here just to make the money. Businessman, every businessman make money. But I do really believe that Daniel Levy has got the club at heart. He wants to win trophies. He's hungry to win trophies. This game, when do you ever see a chairman like Daniel Levy? He's that near on every game. I don't see any other chairman like every other game, Matt. He's there. He's there. I think the
only other one I see every game is the Brighton guy. Tony, I think it's Tony Bloom. He goes to every Brighton game.
Roman as well. Roman back in his thing at Chelsea. He was that most ones.
Yeah.
But Daniel Levy, if he didn't care about the club, he wouldn't be like what Lewis. He don't care about the club. He didn't care about bringing the money. I mean, when was the last time you saw him at the football ground? You know what I mean?
Has he ever been?
I've seen him once, mate. Twice, mate, maximum.
He hasn't been to the new ground, though, has he?
I don't think so. I ain't seen him. I ain't seen pictures in the new ground, no. But Daniel Levy, mate, he comes every other game, mate. You know what I mean?
And he takes a lot of stick. I'm sure it's not easy.
Yeah. So, anyone else, Matt, before we wrap up?
One more. The good old Paul. He says, I've missed you, lads. Hope you're well.
Yes, Paul.
Yeah. We've missed you too. How's the weather? I want to know the weather.
Yeah, there we go. How's the weather, Paul? How's America? We had great weather here, really. Up north, it's been really quite shitty. But today it's been really nice. The sun's been beaming today, so can't moan about that. So is that it, Matt? So that's it, guys. That's the expectations. I'm going third place FA Cup. Matt's gone top 4 Carabao Cup.
I said third. I said third.
Third. Sorry, in the Carabao Cup. And a good Champions League run. Because I believe if we do get, it's freezing today, mate, a cold. Oh dear.
It never fails to amuse me.
He's brilliant, absolutely. So yeah, me personally, I think we're going to surprise Paul. Yes, Paul. Blast from the past, that one, Matty. So yeah, I think we need to stay patient. That's what I say to you, fan base. Yeah, stay patient. Stop throwing your dummies out the thing because we didn't beat Roma. Yeah, it's not all wins. I mean, beating Roma. Yes, Josie got one over us. Whippy. Let him have his 90 minutes. You know what I mean? But Conte will have his last laugh. You know what I mean? At the end of the season, I do believe Conte. I trust Conte. I think he'll do well at Tottenham. And I think we're in for a good season, guys. That's what we need. We need to get behind the team and judge it at the end of the season. Don't judge it after 2 games. Don't judge it after half a season. Judge it at the end of the season. You know what I mean? We can all have a rant. We can even have a moan. But let's just enjoy the ride. Got Conte, got good players come through the door. We've got a good team. Just 1 or 2 more players now just to end it. You know what I mean? This channel was much better when sunglasses on. Hi, probably got to get him back on.
He's a Roma fan now.
Oh, he's a Roma fan. Yeah, it's fucking quality into you. Oh man. Right, guys. That's it from us, guys. Thanks for everyone who has joined tonight. Smash the like, go out, guys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. We're on the road to 1K subs, and been on it for about a year now, Matt. Have we?
Yeah.
Oh dear, Jesus Christ! But hey ho, we will get there one day. We will get there one day, and we still probably won't celebrate it. But we still need. I think, Matt. I think we need 1,000 more viewing hours to get monetized once we hit 1K. So once we hit 1K, we still need 1,000 viewing hours to get monetized. But hey ho, we'll get there. We'll get there slowly but surely. So I said, guys, good night. God bless. Enjoy your. Well, I'm going to bed now.
So am I.
We'll be up at 5. Back in for work for 6.
See, that's commitment, guys. You're only going to get 5 hours sleep.
So I said, guys, good night. God bless. We don't know when we're going to be back. Me and Matt, we want to start at least once a week if me and Matt can jump on and give you something. You know what I mean? So
we might try. Well, we'll try and get a Southampton preview, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll definitely squeeze that in somehow, Matt. One way or another. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and we'll try and keep up to date with everything. So good night. God bless, guys. Remember, stay patient. That's the key this season. Okay, pre-season's nothing. Okay, and in Conte we trust. Okay, and I said from Premier Hotspur TV, I've been Simon. This has been co-host Matt.
Thanks, guys.
It's been lovely to see all the old faces back in the chat, supporting the channel, knowing that we don't blog enough. I mean, so which we're still crazy. Some of the old fans are still coming and watch this, Matt. We're doing something right, Matt. So
it must be, yeah.
So, guys, thank you very much. We'll leave you with this. So enjoy. Good night. God bless. And come on, you Spurs. Come on.
Come on, you Spurs.